Hi guys, welcome to the 10th part of Only Elevators. And if you can remember, in the ninth one, we have set up our function of show and hide our UI elements for elevator controls. And if you can see that now UI appears when we go inside the elevator, and when we press one Q when we press Q key, and it just disappears. So it shows that when the elevator is animating or going upward or downward, the key is not available. So yeah, that's how it works. And we can do this by a smooth manner using rend opacity, as I mentioned in the previous video. So I'm going to do that in this video. So what I'm going to do is, if you don't know, we have a timeline for Unreal Engine UMG system. That means we can animate things for UI, and you can see when we are in this user widget or widget blueprint, we have this section called animations, and if we click on that, we can get this animation bar. And you can also dock in our layout, and now you can see we can animate this. Now we are going to make a simple fade in and fade out effect, and we just need the fade in animation or fade out animation. So when we reverse the animation, the other will automatically happen. So what we are going to do is click on this plus animation, and we have this new animation, and I'm going to call it as fade in elevator controls. All right. And if I select this and select this one, I can add it in here. You can see that we have this reference to elevator controls, and now we get this elevator controls here. Right. Now the thing is, maybe you will not get this selected fade in elevator controls overlay in your UI, because this is a new feature for Unreal Engine 5.4. I guess I don't know if this is available on 5.3, but 5.3 or 5.2. But yeah, this is a new feature. So it shows that we are inside this fade in elevator controls animation. And yeah, now I have elevator controls reference inside my animations as a track bar. And what I have to do is go to the details panel when I selected this elevator controls, and I have this property called render opacity, and I just have to click on this add keyframe. Now it adds render opacity property here as in the timeline, and it also adds a keyframe. And I just need to set this to 0 and keyframe it again. And I think, yeah, let's set 0.25 and set this to 1 and set the keyframe. Now you can see it takes 0.25 to play the animation. Now it's all about that. Now we have it, and we just have to select this and set the render opacity to 0, because when the animation plays, it starts with 0, right? It starts with 0 and goes to 1. But if we set this default value to 0, we can't see that if if this is here or not. Therefore, I'm not going to put it as here. I'm giving this one value again. Instead of, I'm going to the graph and go to the event graph, and there's this event called event construct. Event construct is similar to the event begin play. Event construct is similar to the event begin play, and when the UI is implemented or UI is constructed, so UI is constructed by this create widget node. If you go to the third person blueprint, you can see that this create widget node. So this is basically creating or constructing the user widget. So that is why we don't have any begin play, but instead of we get this event construct. So this event runs when our UI is constructed or created by another blueprint. And so it basically runs at begin play, because yeah, it basically runs at begin play. But yeah, and then what we have to do is yeah, what we have to do is, now you can see that in these variables there is this animation category added, and in this list we have this fade in elevator controls animation, and I can refer to it. I can get this reference. And yeah, before that, in the event construction, so I'm going to do is go to elevator controls and search for render opacity, right? Set render opacity, and I just give 0 render opacity for that. Now the default value will be the default value for the render opacity will be 0, but when starting the game, not when previewing this one. So yeah, this is about it. And it helps to promote the animation and start the animation from 0 to 1, right? If not, this will be visible before we play the animation. So that is the concept behind it. And I just can use this custom event, and this should be play animation. Yeah, so play fading. Yeah, that should be better. This is the play fading, and we have this animation. Now I can drag a wire and find that node called play animation. We have also two different nodes for play animation forward and play animation reverse. But yeah, we can also use play animation. But yeah, I'm going to use this play animation forward. So I can connect it in here, and yeah, and you can see the playback speed. I can change the playback speed, and this is the reference to the playing animation. Yeah, that's about it. And I can also create a custom event to play fade out and get this animation. And I just want to reverse the animation. If you go to the design and select this animation, and if you play it reverse, you can see it fades out, right? It fade out for this direction, it fade in forward direction. So that is the one we are using. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the animation. And we have our custom event in here. And what we have to do is now we have to go to this function we have created in previous video. Go inside and yeah, after set its visibility, we can just show play fade in, and we can get play fade out in here, right? And you know that we can't do this in a function because this animation playing is dependent on time. That is because we are creating this custom event. We can't include this into a function, but we can call it in a function. Let's see if this works. Yeah, now you can see that it works perfectly fine. But yeah, I think I don't know if the fade out works well. Let me see. Fade in, fade out, fade in. Yeah, think I just have to get this a little bit of time, zero point 0.5. Okay, and that's a bit of smooth and it's noticeable. Now let's see. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, the thing is, there's a the thing is the play fade out is not working because before the animation plays, it sets its visibility to height. That's why this happens. So yeah, it happens. Uh, Therefore, we have to do something. We have to set this hidden thing after the animation completed, right? So how do we track if this animation is completed? And you can see that we have this reference here, and yeah, there's this thing called on finished, not that, on finished. Yeah, we can get this we can get drag a wire. Let me see. We can get this animation and drag a wire and search for unfinished, and you can see that there is this bind to animation finished and play animation blah blah blah. Not that one. Bind to animation finished. That means if we get this and yeah, when this animation completes, we can set a event to be happen, right? When animation finished, we can set an event to happen. To do that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this, go into the elevator, and after playing this, I set this up in here, and from the delegate, I am going to, yeah, I don't think this will work like this. Yeah, this can't be created inside this. Therefore, I just need to create this one here. Yeah, we can't place this in a function because this outputs a custom event or another event. Therefore, we can't really use that in a function. Therefore, we do it like this. And as I said, what does that do is displays the animation. Yeah, you can't get that. Yeah, displays the animation. And once the animation is finished, we get this function triggered, right? That is the thing this is doing. And we also can use a custom event for that. Yeah, if we can test this, can print string, and if we play, you can see that it shows hello after the animation play. And also now you can see that if you go inside, it shows hello as well, because this is also playing this animation. But we don't know, we don't need to bind this animation finish to here. So we have to set a limitation. And if we get a copy of this reference, there is unbind. Yeah, this is binding. We can also unbind, right? So unbind all, unbind from animation finished. Yeah, yeah, we can get this unbind all from animation finish. So if any bindings are there, this will unbind it. So yeah, that is the thing this one is doing. So we have to carefully connect this so that our system works. Now what just I have to do is um, let me see. All right, what I have to do is just, yeah, I'm just going to do this in event graph. I'm not going into a function, but yeah, I get this one. I just play fade in, play fade out. Yeah, I just get these, and what I do is just delete it here. Go to the event graph and set the visibility here. Now, when the play fade in works, it just enable the visibility and play the animation. All right, and it just plays this reverse. And I think we don't need to use this visibility at all. Yeah, let me see. Actually, we don't need to use this visibility. We just have to, yeah, we just don't need this bind as well. Yeah, let's see it like this. So the default visibility, we will set our default visibility to uh, self and all children. So basically it visibles defaultly, but we set this opacity to 0 when the event is constructed, and when we say this place, and when we say this place in reverse. And now you can see, yeah, it perfectly works. Yeah, you can use visibility as well, but yeah, you can basically collapse it or do whatever thing, but we can also use this animation only as well. It works perfectly fine. Now Now it looks really cool and it looks really professional, like a standard game. And yeah, it's really smooth. I like that. Oh, it's really great. Okay. Yeah. Now it basically works, right? Now, yeah. Um, and as you saw, we can use this bind event to bind. Uh, let's say if you want to do something after this animation played, so you just basically have to bind on finished, and it really just works. And if you want a tutorial for that, I will be able to get that in future if you request. But yeah, and if you go to the design, you can see that yeah, you should know that we are in the HUD, right? We are in the WHUD uh, widget blueprint. Now the thing is, this is perfectly fine. This will work very well. You can keep it like this, but we can be more organized and we can be more uh, what I can say. We can be more, yeah, organized will fine. Anyway, the thing is, there will be more things when you are making a game. Not only the HUD, right? There will be health, there will be inventory items, there will be quest messages, and there will be other things. There will be many things in your HUD. And now you can see that is, if you go here, this expands, and there are a lot of items in here only for elevator controls, right? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's about 10. It's about 10 items or 10 elements here to make this one. And when I need some changes, and let's say we have finalized our HUD for our game, and there will be more layers like that, and there will be health, uh, weapon stats, and equipment stats, and different things, and there will be more layers like this in this hierarchy. And if I want to change something, you just have to find it and expand it, and there will be more, and you just have to, yeah. So it's kind of like messy, right? All the things are in one place, and those all the things are connected to different things, right? Elevator is one thing, player health and those are one thing, and inventory is one thing. So those are different features or different mechanics, but they all should be in HUD. Therefore, we have this way to separate this and get the main thing only to the HUD, not the features of them. Their features will be organized in a separate blueprint, and we just have to get the we just have to get a reference, right? So that will be really easy to work with. And if you go to the graph, and these are the functions for the elevator, and when we get other things like health inventory stuff, there will be more to play animations and stuff. So that's why we have to organize this a little bit, and we just need to keep this HUD as a hub, because this hub should be the one getting references, all the references created separately, and places it on the UI appropriate for the use of player. So basically HUD is the one UI that contains all the elements that are connected to different kind of features of the game, and it just needs to place these effectively. HUD doesn't need to know what animations have, uh, what are the animations uh, these elements should have, and HUD doesn't want to know about the functions they have, right? Therefore, we just have to separate this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to click on this, so it directs me to the content browser where this file is, right? This is the WHUT. So I'm just going to duplicate this, okay? And I call this elevator controls. I call this elevator controls. And I go to the elevator system folder, and I'm going to create a new folder called UI, and this elevator controls will be in this folder, and HUD will be separated. And what I need to do is I open up this new duplicated one, and we just need this. We don't need to use this overlay one. Therefore, I'm just going to right click, not right click this overlay, replace with child. Now it's get a bit of messy because Unreal Engine or UMG or Widget Blueprint tries to um, extend this user interface elements to fill the whole screen. But we don't need this to be in whole screen. It just gets a small portion of the screen. Therefore, what we have to do is we go to this fill screen. So that is why it fills the screen. We just have to select this desired. So it shows the desired size of this UI elements that we have created. Right now, this is the size, and now we have this animation. Now we have this parent. All right. Now, if you go to the graph, now these are here, right? Great. And functions are here. Now we can just go to the HUD and delete this animation, and go to the graph, delete this function, right? And go to the design, just delete this, compile, and now we have to call this elevator controls. Now if you can see in this palette, there is this category called user created. Just expand this, and we can find this elevator controls here. Just drag and drop it, and now you have this here. Now you can see this is just a reference, and it is compressed. And if you want to change anything here, we just have to go inside this and change here. But in here, we just think about what's the position of the screen for this element. We just set up the position. So what we are going to do is go to this vertical alignment, and we give this bottom align, and for the padding 100, and left 50. Cool. Now we just have this these properties in the heads up display. So it's really clean now, and we just have to we still have to do a little bit of adjustment to our BP elevator, because now the show elevator controls is not in our HUD. Therefore, what we have to do is we have to call elevator controls, and we can find this show elevator controls inside here. Right? Now it doesn't work. So yeah, since it doesn't work, I just have to grab this and find show elevator controls. Show, right. Okay, do the same here. Get this. If you can see now, HUD, we have to call this one. We have to call this one. That is why we get this. Right? You have to call that one. Okay. Now it's now it's really good, and we just have to do that here as well. Delete that. Connect it like here. Connect that here. Okay. Do the same here. Connect here. Connect this, and now it works fine. But we can see, yeah, there's this function we have, uh, this here. Okay, it's really easy. Yeah, now it just works well. Now yeah, enable input, this should show, but we have to go back to here. We just have to untick it, untick, untick. Now it should work. We haven't set conditions properly. Great. Now it works really well. Great. Okay. Then can finalize this. The only thing we have to do is this one. So it basically says there are no more flows. So we can't print a string like that inside our game, right? Therefore, what I can do is, if I am currently in the uh, bottom or the ground floor, we just can remove descent elevate part from the UI element, right? We can just remove that. And if you go to the top floor, we can just remove the ascent elevator part from the UI element. Now, what we can do is we go to here, right? And we just have to click it here, and I'm just going to rename it as ascent controls, ascent control, and I just need to set this uh, visibility of this. So I set it as a variable, and I select this horizontal box which contains the which contains all the things in here, and rename it as descent control. Okay, now I set it as a variable as well. Now I can access to these two in this graph, right? You can see ascent control, descent control. Now I have this. Um, these are now these with the variable list, and what should I do is should go here and like this fade in. I just yeah, when will be, yeah, if I take a look here, okay, yeah, let's I think we don't need to use an animation there. uh, let's test it out. Let's use yeah, let's use a function, um, hide, uh, let's use let ascent control. It's not about hiding, sorry, it's not about showing, it's about hiding. So this is the main thing we have to do is showing the elevator controls, but in this manner the primary thing we have to do is hide this. That is why I'm going to put this in height, and I should have this boolean parameter called height, and I can ask the question as height. And if you set a branch and get this ascent control, it should um, yeah, it should basically set visibility to hidden like this. Okay, and if this is false, you just have to set its visibility to visible. It's basically not going to be visible. I can give this self only one. Okay, right. Now I can duplicate this one and replace this one with descent control, and instead of this ascent control I'm going to replace this one with this reference. Now we have these two, and now since we have these two functions I have to go to the elevator, and if you can remember we have this set animation post states, and yeah, and now um, first things first, we just have to get it here before enabling and showing the HUD. We just have to set the current flow to next flow, and yeah, what I have to do is mm, Yeah, what I have to do is I just have to check if this is 0, right? First I'm going to check if this is 0. If this is 0, mm, yeah, if this is 0, what I can do is get the hard reference and get hide descent control. This should be hidden. This should be hidden. So if we are in the bottom, if we are in the ground, we should hide this descent control, right? And then if this is fault, we just have to do another check. We have to check if we are in the um, top floor. To do that, we just have to do is check if this is equal to get the floors, get the length, and we just have to subtract subtract 1 and check with it if this is equal to the maximum flow. This is true. We just have to hide ascent control, right? And if both are if those yeah if these both conditions are false, we just have to show both descent and controls and then do this. So think this should work. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's not a hard thing. Okay, no, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work here, but let's see. If you go up and go down, it works. Go up, go up, go up, go up, it works, right? So what I did was I just said post animation states. So this is checking after the animation plays, but it doesn't work um, when this happens, right? It doesn't work when this happens. So yeah, what I need to do is I just yeah, what I can do is I can create a separate function. Yes, I can set a separate function. Mm, check if check boundary or min min no max, or yeah, check top bottom flow conditions. Yes, this will be a good name. This function will check top and bottom flow conditions. So it basically have these. Gonna get it like that, and I'm just going to get this. Yeah, and I'm going to get a return node. This should go here. This should go here. This should go here, and I need to know what's the current flow index to proceed with that. Therefore, I'm just going to compare this and compare this. Or I can just get this current flow index without a category. That is the one uh, referring to this one. Therefore, I'm going to check if this current flow is 0, and then also I'm just going to get this one. Oh, I can just use this one, right? So I just don't need to get, yeah, get input, and I can just use this one. Okay, okay, yeah, it will work. And I should do this check when we are get into the, yeah, we should do that when we are getting to here. And also we don't need to do that when ending overlap. So yeah, it just feels right only here. And what we have to do is get to these post states, go to here and do that. Okay. So since I needed this in two places, I just uh, collapsed this into a function. So it will do its thing and execute the flow. And what I can do is I can also um, grab this into a function as well. So I'm just going to collapse this to function. Um, show elevator controls, and it just needs this show input. I think you can get what is happening. To reuse this without this all nodes, I'm just going to contain it. That's the thing I am doing. So it will be really easy to see what's happening. This show is this show, right? Okay. Now if I go to the event graph, this should be ticked, and I can replace it here. Okay. And yeah, can just disable this. I can just replace it with here, right? And replace it with here. Okay, and we have that in our post states as well, and this. And one thing you can notice that there's this enable input and disable input everywhere we get this. Therefore, we just can go to here and set a branch. Uh, yeah, let's set it here and set a branch based on this show. And I just have to set enable and disable inputs here. If this show is true, it should enable input, and if not, it should uh, disable input. So that's basically it. Now we just don't have to repeat these nodes in our nodes, right? Now it works, and we just have to delete that. Okay, and also, yeah, we don't need this one, we don't need this one, we don't need this one. So you can see that we can optimize our codes based on the things uh, we have now. Now, what we can do is, let's see if we can remove this as well, because yeah, let's see if we can remove this, because we are checking that in here, but it does a different job. So I don't think so. This will be, yeah, this will be okay. But yeah, yeah, this will be okay. This will be okay. And we can just have enough space now to minimize these. Okay. Now it's really great to see compressed blueprint code, just the necessary. Others are compressed and reused. Um, right. Now this feels right, and I feel this is just really works fine. Yeah, now you can see that um, when we go inside, it just not showing a E key. Go to up, it shows E key. Cool. Now it looks really cool. Now it looks really cool. Now, if we check if we can have another flow. Let's have the fifth flow, right? And we just have to select this one and go for the flows, add a new one, and there is this flow, fifth flow. Now you can see that, not here. Let's play it like that. Okay, right, okay, right. Now, yes, we can add many flows uh, as we can, but the system works uh, very well. We just don't need to adjust our code because we have designed it like we just can remove or add some flows and it just works. Now, that is the user experience for who are going to use this elevator system. Uh, it will be either level designer or anyone who places these in the level, and his user experience will be really good and he will be really happy with you. So you gave him a good elevator system that works really well, and he he just have to add actors to each flow, place it on the flow to get the height, and just reference it from the uh, variable that is attached to the elevator system details, right? So it's basically really cool. um yeah, we can also show what's the flow number, and if it's ground flow we can show that as well. So yeah, we can extend these functionalities within next videos, and we can also use uh, sequencer to drive these animations as well. And I think sequence animations are much cheaper than we are using our level blueprint. Sorry, not the level blueprint, than using blueprints to set the location. But yeah, but yeah, this works really fine as well. We can use different elevator systems, and we can also set a panel here when the elevator is not in the ground, and if we interact with the panel and it comes down. So that kind of elevator system, that kind of extended uh, features can be implemented easily because we have the basis or base of the elevator system. Yeah, it looks really cool. Now, I'm going to conclude this video, and I hope uh, now you understand why we are doing this, how we are doing this, and how we make functions to simplify the workflow and to organize blueprint nodes, and you know how to create a separate widget blueprint for elevator. And now you can see that HUD is there without knowing any of the things related to elevator. It just knows that there is this elevator controls, and if we want to adjust UI related to elevator system, we just have to go to the elevator system and UI folder in there, and this has all the properties we have to adjust. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense. And yeah, it makes sense, and it really categorizes, organizes our project folder structure, And if you know, when we are working with the team, we have to use the source control. And when we are using source control or not, we just have to send the updated file. So if the elevator files are all in the same folder, even the UI, that will be really, really, really easy, and that will be really flexible, and that will make sense. So I think uh, this flow will be really cool to implement if you are in a team, especially. So that is the knowledge that I want to give you, because these all does not cover in any tutorial that I have seen, and these are self-learned. And uh, we have this team called Prime Studios, and we have this small team, and these are results of working together and finding solutions when we are working inside Unreal Engine with a team. And this knowledge is not shared anywhere, as I, yeah, yeah, that is why I am doing this. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions, and I think we are a good position now. And let's get into the part 11. Bye guys, thank you.